Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. It is so good to be back here with all of you. And yeah, got an interesting topic that we're going to be talking about today. But first of all, I would like to welcome all those who are new to maybe consider hitting that subscribe button. We are trying to hit our goal of 270 subscribers. And also, if you feel inclined enough, hit that like button. It really helps us beat the algorithm on YouTube, and I appreciate each and every one of you who go ahead and hits that like button. You guys don't get enough credit. I mean, you really don't. So maybe I'll have to, I don't know, think of like a subscriber appreciation video or something. If you have any, I guess on that topic, real quick, if you have any suggestions of what you'd like maybe me to cover, go ahead and leave a comment down below, and so I can take note of it. So, on to the topic at hand. Enough dilly-dally shilly-shallying. Today, we are going to be talking about what a lot of people in the prepper community calls the lone wolf, or in this case, we're going to look at it more from the lone wolf mentality. So, kind of what drives people to maybe want to be a lone wolf in certain situations. This is something that I kind of struggle with. I'm an introvert, and if I had it my way, I would, probably be more of a lone wolf. But I think when it comes down to it, though, we do need some type of community, because it is hard to go by things alone. To get everything done, I should say, in survival or situations, or situations where things might require more than one hand. But I think, excuse me, I think the main reason why people consider wanting to be a lone wolf, excuse me, comes down to probably trust. Trusting the individual that you are opening up to about these things like stacking or prepping. Because, I mean, we as stackers and preppers, we put a lot of time, effort, and money into our preps and into our stack. I guess both stack, our stack, because I do consider preps a part of the stack. And it's for our benefit during when times are tough. And there is that trust barrier where, you're like, if I tell this person, are they gonna just come and, take it when times get hard instead of prepping for themselves, stacking for themselves? So I think that's where the root of that lone wolf mentality comes from. Now, I am for trying to build a community where you can, not only not have to worry about needy people coming because you help other people either get into the prepping mindset, or you can build a community where you can work together during those hard times where you don't have to shoulder the burden all by yourself. But it really depends, I think, on situation and surrounding area. Sorry for the buzz, guys. Sorry, getting back on my train of thought here. So, but yeah, it really depends on where you're situated, and what's going on at the time of an emergency. And if I lived in, say, like a major city, I think I'd be a lot less trusting of people knowing about my stack and my preps than if, say, I live out in the country where it's a lot more smaller town. Most people are a lot more self-sufficient, So you would probably, build that community. And, it really just, I think, again, it really just comes down to trust. Because, like, for example, with my stack, rule number one about stacking is don't tell people that you're stacking. There are some people that do know that I am a stacker, but it's people that I know I can trust, mostly family members. And I've even gotten them to start stacking, help them to start stacking some precious metals as well. So, again, it's kind of, it comes down to that trust on if you trust the person to actually heed your advice and to put out the effort themselves to stack and to prep and to get in a position where they can handle themselves in hard times. So it's one of those things where we kind of have to just evaluate our own personal lives and our own circle of friends and come to a decision on how we're gonna do it, if we're gonna share with them about this, or if they're a person that for a certain that they're gonna become, become a wolf, a werewolf or a wolf, whatever I forget what they call it in the prepping world, where it's somebody who their way of prepping is prepping to take what they don't have. I'm not sure on the terminology that they use. I've heard it maybe once or twice before, but I'm not 100% sure off the top of my head. Or if they're going to be one of those that heeds your advice and starts stacking and starts prepping themselves. And then, you start working together, bouncing ideas off of one another, things like that. One of the big people in my life that I do a lot of talking about prepping and stacking with is my sister and her family, and they're really big preppers, for sure, preppers. I've just started getting them to, helping them to stack some precious metals as well. So, yeah. That's kind of my 2 cents on the lone wolf mentality. Is kind of right back to what I said before. It really depends on who you trust in your life. And, if you have no one that you think you can trust, then by all means, just plan to be the sole prepper. But then, you gotta worry about, okay, how I'm going to conceal my preps, hide my preps, not stand out. You're going to want to take more of, and it's a topic I'll cover in a future video, but the gray man approach to things. So yeah, that's kind of my 2 cents. I will go ahead and probably end the video here. Again, just kind of keeping it short, since this is just kind of my 2 cents on things, and I'm starting to ramble. So yeah, let me know how you guys like me doing kind of this setup, where if I'm not showcasing stuff and we're just talking, I just set up like a little display of some things and just have the camera focus on that. Let me know what you think. If you've made it this far, that'll be kind of, what I'll have you leave down in the comments below to let me know that you've made it through the whole video. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on this setup. And hopefully next time, well, maybe not next week, but the week after, hopefully, but no later than the week after, I'll have another ounce of silver on the way. So yeah, until next time, everyone, keep stacking, keep prepping, and peace out.